Jesus said in Matthew 12:36, "But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment." Jesus also said, let your yes be yes, and let your no be no. Recently, I was rebuked by a sister in Jesus for telling her that I would do something, but I didn't keep my word to her, and I didn't do it. And it wasn't intentionally that I didn't do it, I just wasn't really thinking about it. So Jesus told her to write me and to rebuke me and tell me that I had told her I would do something, but I wasn't doing it. He had told her to tell me that I need to keep my word because it wasn't pleasing to him that I had told her I would do something and I didn't do it. Now, the devil really worked really hard to tell me excuses and tell me reasons why she was wrong and I was right. Or the devil kept telling me, well, you didn't actually swear to her. You didn't actually promise to her you were going to do that. You didn't actually promise. You didn't use that word. You didn't use the word promise. You didn't use the word swear. But when I took it to Jesus and I asked him about it, this is what Jesus told me. It's Matthew 5:25, which says, "Settle matters quickly with your adversary who is taking you to court. Do it while you are still together on the way, or your adversary may hand you over to the judge, and the judge may hand you over to the officer, and you may be thrown into prison." What Jesus told me about this situation is that he is the judge. Jesus is the judge. And what he told me was the sister who had something against me, that she was right, and that if we were to go in front of him, in front of Jesus, she had prayed about it and I prayed about it, and this is what Jesus said, was that he ruled in her favor, that I was the one in the wrong. You can make all these excuses. You can listen to the excuses from the devil. You can listen to the lies of the devil. You can tell yourself, oh, well, I didn't actually do that, or I didn't actually say this, or you can make little excuses. And here on earth, those excuses may work in some situations. Even with courts in this world, there are ways to get around the law. There are ways that you can say things or you can do things that will technically make you not guilty, even though you are guilty. But what Jesus really showed me is that he is a fair and just judge, and you will be judged to his standard. He doesn't accept excuses. Jesus sees the motives of the heart. He sees everything. Nothing is hidden from him. As brothers and sisters in Christ, it is our duty to warn a brother or a sister if we see them doing something wrong, or we see them doing something that's not pleasing in the eyes of Jesus. And we do it out of love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Your brother or your sister will only tell you because they care for your soul, and they want you to stay with Jesus. They want you to walk in the light. And this is also what Jesus said if you sin against your brother, if you sin against your sister. In Matthew 18, starting in verse 15, if your brother or sister sins, go and point out their fault, just between the two of you. If they listen to you, you have won them over. It's important to be honest with ourselves because Jesus is the judge. And on that day, you will not be able to make excuses. You won't be able to argue your way into heaven. You won't be able to hide things from Jesus. You can give excuses or you can give reasons why you believe that you're right. But at the end of the day, Jesus is the judge and he will rule fairly. Make sure that you're right in his sight because he is the judge. It doesn't matter if you're right in my sight, if you're right in the sight of the law. It doesn't matter if you're right to everybody on this earth. If you're not right in the eyes of Jesus, he has control. He is the judge. He has the final authority. His judgment is the only judgment that matters.